So the market just rebounded hard. The market rebounded hard. It's April 9th, and I had to make this video really quick. That's why I'm in my car. I just got out of class, and I don't know if you can hear that, but somebody is honking their horn like crazy. Okay, so um, I went into class, and all of my whole portfolio was down. It was negative. Everything that I've been buying over the last couple weeks was in the negative. I sit through two classes and then I check my portfolio on my phone and everything's in the positive. And I was like, what just happened? So I start looking at the news and it turns out Donald Trump decided to pause all the tariffs that he put into place as of just like last night, the higher tariffs for 90 days. So because of that, there's more certainty in the market. All the stocks are going up. And this is a prime example of why when you're investing in good companies and you see the stock going down because people are uncertain, that's why it's a time to buy. Now, here's what I used to do. I used to see things like this happen, like what happened today, and be like, all the everybody just made money today. Let me go ahead and buy some more stock. Let me go ahead and buy some stock. This is called buying when it's high. You don't want to do that. And let me caveat this and say, if you're dollar cost averaging, if you're putting a certain amount over a very long period of time, which is what I'm doing, then it doesn't matter. If it's like, hey, you buy once a month, that date every month comes around, maybe it's on the first when you get paid or something like that. Doesn't matter what the stock is doing, doesn't matter what Trump is saying, doesn't matter what wars are going on, whether it's way up or way down. You just put the money in anyways. And you do that over a long period of time. And you end up with a positive gain, depending on what you're putting that money into, of course. You're putting into, if you were putting it into Toys R Us, well, guess what? They're gone now. So, but if you're putting it into index funds, S&P 500, ETFs, things like that, it's going to go up. So, but something that I do with my strategy, at least this is what I do, and for anybody who's brand new to investing in stocks or you're looking to get into it, that's really who this is for. This is what I would advise too, because it's what I'm doing. I'm dollar cost averaging, but at the same time, when I see significant drops happen, that's when I say, okay, let me just put a little bit more into there. A little bit more than what I already did my dollar cost average for the month, but I see that everything just dropped by 10%. So I'll put a little bit more into those. And then I see it drop another 10%, right, like the next day. I was like, okay, I'll put a little bit more in. And I never put more than what I could afford to lose. It's never money that I need because I know that even though I'm putting this in here right now, I'm still not planning on taking it out for like 30 years. So all I'm doing is I'm saying, hey, like everything's a little bit cheaper right now. So this this dollar that I put in while it's cheaper will work harder for me if I put it in right now. And so I basically just contributed more than what I normally would. And that's what I would recommend for anybody else. It's a safe way to invest. Dollar cost averaging is a safe way to invest. There's less risk. And when you see downturns, which I have a feeling that this year there's going to be a lot of volatility, which means that things are going to go way up and way down over and over and over again. They're going to be going up and going down, going up and going down. And when I see it going down, I'm going to be putting money in. And this is also something that I did that I've saw on some YouTube video, but it makes sense to me. I used to try to time the market so that I'm only putting my money in as soon as it gets all the way down to the bottom before it goes back up. But here's the thing. You never know when that's going to be. Even nobody knows really when it's going to hit a bottom and start going back up. And so what I would do is, let's say that I knew that I had $100 extra that I can put into the market between my next dollar cost averaging cycle. So instead of putting, as soon as I see it go down, instead of putting that whole 100 in, I see it go down and I put 20 in. I wake up the next day, I see that it went down more, I put another 20 in. I wake up the next day, I see that it went down more, I put another 20 in. I wake up the next day, I see that it went up a little bit, I don't put I don't put more in. And so that's basically what I did. As the market was continually shifting down and down over the last couple weeks. And because of it, my portfolio is positive. I started this portfolio literally 2 weeks before this shift, and so now it's already in the positive, and it's set up. And so um and I contributed less to my high yield savings account this month, so that because I knew, like, hey, this money's going to work harder for me if I put it into stocks while everything's cheaper than it would if I just left it in my high yield savings account. Um, and if you're wondering what type of strategy this is, this dollar cost averaging, this is actually investing. There's a lot of people who are just traders. There's a big difference between investors, traders, and and people who are investing for dividends, for cash, for passive income now. Those are like the three main categories when it comes to investing in the stock market. And I'll make a video on that so I can go into the difference between both of those. Uh, I'll make that video tomorrow, but if you're watching this the day after I've put this out, then the video is already up here on the screen. It's over here to the right. It's the difference between, no, I don't know, the right, left. It's over here on the side, over there where the microphone's pointing. The difference between investing, trading, and investing for passive income. All of it requires buying stocks, uh, but there's a different mentality between them. So check that out. See you in the next one.